Hello everyone, how do you doing? I hope you are all fine. Okay, so in this chapter we're going to see what is joins. Okay, so joins is nothing but it is used to display the data from the multiple tables. To perform a join, we need at least one common column between a table. So joins is one of the most important chapter in this SQL course. Okay, so next we're going to see what is the types of join. What are the types of join is nothing but equi-join, non-equi-join, inner join, outer join, and under this outer join we have left outer join, right outer join and full outer join, and cross join, self join, natural join and multi-table join. So now we're going to see each and every type in detail. Okay, shall we start? Yes. Okay. Now see here, I have written the query called select star from employees. I'm going to execute the query now. Okay, so for to implement this join concept, I'm going to use some tables. Okay, so before going to see the types, I will tell what are the tables I'm gonna to use and what is the relationship between these two tables. Not two table, here I have used three tables. So the first one is the employee, and see here in the employee table for each employee I have the respective department ID. Okay, so what is the department name? We have some department name for each department ID. So in order to see that department ID name, okay, you go and check in the departments table. So for department ID 10 means that is the administration department. Okay, department ID 10 is for administration department, 20 is for marketing. For example, see here the Steve one, okay, is belonging to department ID 90. So I need to know what is the department name for Steven. Means I can check in my department table by seeing what is the department name under the department ID 90. So executive. So Steven is belonging to executive department. Okay, this is how I am going to perform my join. So whenever you perform some joins in your table, please understand the structure of the table and try to relate between two or more tables. Okay, next thing is a job. Okay, what is job? So here I have a job ID and job title. So for each job ID I have a job title here, and see in the employee table I have job ID column. For you take the same employee Steven and see what is the job ID for Steven is AD underscore press. So I need to know what is the exact position of S job ID. So I can check it in my job table. So in my job table also I have the same column called job ID. Okay, so I can able to join the employee table and the jobs table. See, for AD underscore press is nothing but a president. Sorry, here president. Okay, so for there is a link between these three table, right? For employee table and department table I have the common column called department ID, and for job table and employees table I have the common column called job ID. Am I right? This is what we analyze from this table. Okay, this is how we need to analyze our table structure. Before you perform some join condition, please be sure what is the common column between the tables you going to use for a join. That is very important, because by knowing that common column name only, Oracle is going to apply some type of a join here, then only it can able to retrieve the record in a customized way. So for example, see here, select, okay, here I am displaying the employee name and their respective job title by using employee and job table. As I said earlier, what is a common column in between my employee table and my job table? Have you remember? Yes, job ID. For example, if you see the employee table, I have a job ID column, and in my job table also I have the job ID column. So job ID column is a common column present in between the employee table and the job table. So what is my need is, in a report I need to display the employee name and what is his job title. This is what my task. So see how I am doing this. Select first name. Okay, you already know the first name is coming from which table? My employees table. Okay, select first name, jobs.job ID. Okay, then job title. These are the columns you going to mention in your select list. Okay, so the next thing is from employees. This is a syntax. In a select list, you have to mention what are the columns from which table and all you going to fetch and see. As a result, please mention all those columns. So in this example, I am just fetching the first name and my job ID. Okay, actually job ID was present in both the employee table and your job table, but here I am just telling my Oracle fetch the job ID from job ID table. Fetch the job ID column from my jobs table. Then job underscore title. This is also, you already know, it's coming from the job table only, because job table only have the job title column like this, right? This is a job table, right? So this job table only have the column called job underscore title. So here I have mentioned that. Okay, so here among the three column, one column is coming from my employee table and the remaining two column is coming from my job table. Okay, this is how we displaying the record from multiple tables. And see here I have used from employees and inner join. This is one of the type of a join we going to see now. So inner join is nothing but the what is a common column in between these two table. If it is matched, okay, then only the record, that particular record will get displayed. Okay, so for example here, see, after the from you must need to include one table name, then you have to put inner join. What is the type of a join you going to use? Okay, we have so many types we seen in the list, right? So you going to apply inner join in this example. Then after this keyword, now put another table name. Okay, so employees is my first table name and jobs is my second table name, and this is the syntax. Then in the third line you have to mention on. Okay, on class is must. So on class, in the on class you going to give the information to the Oracle what is the common column present in between these two tables. So here I just telling to the Oracle in the employees table I just given my table name as it is to avoid confusion to the Oracle. Job ID is belonging to which column, like this. So you see here I am just clearly instructing my Oracle employee. This is a common column present in between these two tables. Employees.job ID equal jobs.job ID. So what does it mean is I just clearly gave instruction to the Oracle to join, display the record based upon this join. Okay, so now I am going to execute the query. Here for William, see here it's showing public accountant. So for each employee name, okay, here I'm displaying only the first name. For each employee name, it's showing the respective department, respective job title. William is public accountant is coming, right? How we can check this query is correct or not? Okay, we can check like this. Take the one record William and check that William is belonging to public accountant or not. So in order to do this, please be ensure arrange any name in alphabetical order so that be ensure your duplicate record is coming or not. Okay, so here all the record is uniquely there is no duplicate record. So I'm going to take any first row or any row. You pick up anything. So see here Amit. Amit is have the job title as sales representative. Okay. So how can I check whether the result is correct or not? Is simple. Just go and see this table, select star from employees and see what is the I just arrange my name like this and see what is the department ID for Amit is AET, right? So I need to check where what is the department, not sorry, this is not a department, right? We are using a job ID, so sorry. I am going to see SA for the Amit. I have the job ID as SA underscore REP. So now I'm going to check what is SA underscore REP here. Yes, SA underscore REP is sales representative. That's why in my result it's also showing the same. So when I arrange his first name, it show Amit is belonging to sales representative. Okay, the syntax is very simple. You have to give the select list, okay, select keyword and list of the columns you need to display from which tables and all. Then after you must have to use a from, then what tables and all you going to use, give the first table name first and then put inner join, and after inner join give you a second table name, then in the on class, okay, just give the common column which is present in between these two tables. Okay, this is what the inner join. So the matched records between the employee table and the jobs table alone, it will get displayed. Okay, so for suppose here just see I'm just removing this job. Okay, I not given any table prefix here. Okay, here I didn't mention any table prefix, but here also if I didn't mention the table prefix means now you got one error called column ambiguously defined. What is the meaning of this error? The meaning of this error is nothing but job ID is present in both the table, employee table and jobs table, right? So Oracle is confusing from which this column is belonging to which table, because this column is present in both the tables, right? So that's why whenever you face this type of an error or a column ambiguously defined, please be sure that you have given the information like this. Okay, so now Oracle is confusing from which table I need to take the job ID, because you people have given job ID alone. Okay, that's why here to avoid this error I have included jobs dot. But for C, job title and all I not included a jobs dot, my table name dot. Why means because job title is the only column, okay, is present in between, job title is a column present in between the jobs table but not in the employees table. So Oracle can easily find out there was no confusion in the Oracle server to retrieve this job title column. But for job ID column, the confusion may arise. Okay, that's why for the job ID alone, I have included my table prefix name. So instead of this, okay, you can also give your table alias name. The same syntax only, you can also give like this. For the jobs, I give the alias name as J, and and for employees I give the alias name as E. So instead of giving my giving my table name here, I can just put my jobs table alias name. Okay, and here also you can include E. Your first name is coming from employee table, right? You can also include E dot first name like this. Okay, this one is optional because first name is present in any one table only, right? So this not create a problem. But the job ID will create a problem. Suppose if you don't had any proper prefix before that job ID means. Okay, so this is another type of a syntax which produces the same result. 1 minute, jobs. Here also I need to change. I forgot to change here. Okay, then if you execute one more problem. Okay, so when you give the alias name, please follow the alias name wherever you have given the table name. So now the result is coming. Okay, so you have used some alias name means please use that alias name instead of your table name. Inner join will always display the rows which is matched in between these tables. Okay, the matched rows alone it will get displayed. Instead of a inner join, you can also put join alone. It will work same. So inner is an optional keyword. Okay, and the next thing is a natural join. What is mean by natural join? Natural join is nothing but if two different tables you are going to use for join means that two table contain the same common column name. You have some common column between these two table, right? So here one thing you need to know, the common column may or may not be the same column name. Okay, suppose the common column having the same exactly the same column name means, for example here in this example employee table and job table, in the employee table I have the column called job ID. Job table also I have the same column name, right? So my common column present in between the employee table and the job table is same, the job underscore ID. So in here you can use, instead of a inner join, you can use natural join which will produce the same result of the above inner join query. Why means if you include a natural join, Oracle server itself it will check what is the common column present in between these two tables by matching the column name. Okay, if one column name between the two table is same means then it will perform the join condition by themselves, then it will retrieve the result. Okay, this is called a natural join. In natural join you no need to mention the on class because Oracle itself performing the join condition here. Okay, by seeing the column name our natural join is performing the join. So if I execute this query too, it will produce the same result. Next thing is a left join. We will see in next video.